Hey guys, back with another video. I've just been talking to lots of people lately, and people always, my mentor used to always say, and it took me a while to understand exactly the magnitude of what he was saying. People would say, hey, we want to buy a house and we need $20,000 to put down on the house. And his initial response would always be, on no matter any kind of question like that, what do you need the money for? And we would be like, well, because that's what they said you needed to get the thing that they're trying to get. And he would always say without hesitation, you haven't made a committed decision to buy a house. So what do you need the money for? You're worried about not having the money. You haven't even made a decision that you're buying a house, right? He would always hammer home the difference between making a choice and making a decision. When you're making choices, it's in between numerous things, right? Am I going to get a white car or a black car? Am I going to go to this university or that university? Am I going to buy this book or that book? Right? Choices is between multiple things, two or more things, right? A committed decision is you're cutting off an exit strategy. There's no turning back, right? That's what decision means. You making a committed decision. I'm doing this, right? But what most people do, right? If I told you I know for a fact you could write a book and sell 50,000 copies and earn $1 million in a year, and I know you could. I promise you, your first initial thought would be, well, that would be hard. Or how would I do that? Or that seems impossible, right? You're saying that before you even have written the book, right? So that's why decisions are so important, right? We talk ourselves out of everything. We associate, and it just is the way that we've been programmed. We've been programmed in a society where everything is hourly, right? I need you to grasp this. And so if somebody said, hey, you could double your income or triple your income or 10x your income, you would immediately think about your salary and think however many times it would take to get from your salary to a 10x, that it would be 10 times as hard as the hard work you're already doing, when actually it would be easier, right? If you wrote a book or created a journal or created something of value that would help people, right? You put a lot of hard work in the beginning. Once that thing's created, right, you made the decision, I'm going to write this book. You do a lot of hard work creating that book. That book is going to create money, or whatever you want to call it, wealth, I don't care what you call it, income forever. It will be in existence, right? Same thing with a YouTube channel or anything that you can create systematically to help another human being. I'm not talking about writing a book about your life story. I'm talking about writing a book with life experiences you've lived through and organizing how you did it and putting it in a step-by-step format in a book that people could read and gain an understanding of how to get through what they're going through, right? And you could be on a vacation and selling books, or you could be sleeping and selling books, or you could be creating something else and still selling that book, right? But it all ties back to the decisions we make. It's not a choice. You don't say, I choose to write a book, right? You wouldn't. So I think a lot of issues that people have is they never make a real committed decision, which is directly linked to why we have such low self-esteem. We say we're going to make a decision. I'm going to start going to the gym on Monday. And then I go Monday. And I might go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take the weekend off, and then I don't go Monday because my program doesn't support that. And then I quit going because it's just, I'll go Tuesday. And then Tuesday comes, I'm kind of tired, maybe Wednesday, right? And we lied to ourselves once again. And we've done this so many times. If you just connect dots looking back, you've done this a lot of times. And so your self-esteem is just eroded. You don't trust yourself because you're not in control. You're letting the program be in control. So part of the problem when you make a committed decision is you have to be in the now. You have to force yourself in the beginning to do whatever it is you said you were going to do and start working towards whatever it is you made a decision to do until it becomes a habit. Then it consumes you. Then it's all you want to do. Then it's easy. Then you're not wanting to do anything else but that, right? And then it's you fall in love with it. But I've done videos on this, creating a fantasy and then turning it into a theory, right? You got to walk through the terror barrier. Most of us just aren't willing to walk through that terror barrier because it creates a feeling in us, a negative vibration that is the unknown. When a mouse knows that there's a cat waiting outside the hole, it doesn't want to have to come out of that hole. But at some point it has to, right? But the cat has anticipation. The cat knows through experiences, eventually that mouse is going to come out of that hole and I'm going to get it. And I will sit here as long as it takes. It doesn't attach, this is going to be painful, or this is going to be boring, or this is going to be unproductive, or this isn't generating money. That cat made a decision, I'm getting that mouse. And it will sit there until that mouse comes out. Now the mouse might poke its head out and the cat might get too excited and jump too early and scare the mouse back in, and they might do that for a while. And then the cat's like, all right, well, I'm going to try again tomorrow because he's on to me, right? But it's hours on hours on hours they will sit there and wait because that anticipation has them so excited, right? And that's the problem with a lot of us. We have a thought. We can make it positive or negative. Our habit is to make it negative, puts us in a negative vibration. Negative vibration goes into doubt and worry. That doubt and worry turns into fear. That fear has to manifest into anxiety in the only thing it has to manifest in, our body. If you can just make that positive, force it, do whatever you have to do, make a committed decision, you're not going to do that anymore. I am going to change my negative beliefs into positive beliefs and make sure when it comes in, it's positive. Focus on, there's two sides to every coin. Nothing can be just positive and nothing can be just negative. It has to have both sides. You can't have one side of a coin. It's impossible. You can't have one side of a plate, one side of a car, one side of anything. Everything has to have two sides. Now, the positive might be extremely positive, which means the negative of that other side of that idea has to be extremely negative. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on just the positive with an understanding through study, right? We're going to be vibrating positively. We made a committed decision, right? And you're going to try to keep anticipation to keep you jazzed up, right? You're going to be vibrating really good, which makes you want to take action. It's extremely hard to lay on your couch, have a good idea, don't get up, and take action, right? Some of you just need to stand up more and move around and shake out and get excited and move around and just get things moving inside of you, right? So I really want you guys to really pay attention to decision versus choice. This second half of this third journal for the year, I really want you guys, you should really have made a committed decision and you're working towards it. And you're going to start seeing things happen, but only if you're given energy. Action, reaction, right? So next time you're sitting around or thinking about your goal or whatever you want to call it, your desire, your ultimate life, whatever you've called it, doesn't matter. Did you make a real committed decision? Successful people, and you can take it however you want. Success to me is health, wealth, love, and happiness, right? Successful people, most of our problems in the beginning, we brand our emotions for one thing, and then we stick up for them. Well, I deserve to be upset. I was wronged by somebody. Well, you should have learned in like second or third grade, life's not fair. I mean, we could have learned by 8th grade, we could have all been done. with school and been creating things, right? Life's not fair, right? Especially when you're not playing with the laws of the universe and you don't have God in you and you're denying everything and you're off track, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to get on the right track, right? You need to make a committed decision. You need to stand true to that committed decision, no matter what. You're not going to see results right away. That's why my journal is 90 days. You have to write out gratitude for 90 days before you start to understand, wow, this feels different. Yeah, that's called gratitude. We've spent most of our time not grateful for anything we have, fixated on what we don't have. It's extremely difficult to live like that. It's hard to vibrate in a good, positive vibration when all we do is focus on the things we want that we don't have. The simplest thing to do that I've found, honestly, is become so obsessed with solving other people's problems, more obsessed than they are about the problem they have, on how to solve it. Everything else will take care of itself. You will meet the right person. People will start offering you ungodly amounts of whatever you want to solve their problem, right? And then you can charge whatever you want. And some people look at me and go, wow, I would never pay you that. Perfect. Then I can be at home with my family. There's nothing wrong with that. But I could solve your problem, right? But if you need more time to sit on it and think about it, and you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. When you get to a certain level, you attract action takers to you. Those are the kind of people you want to be around. You don't want to be wasting time on people that won't take action. I don't care how much money they want to pay me. Time's the only thing that's not forever here. Obviously there's, eternity, but not here on this physical earth. Right? I only have so many summers left. I only have so many winters left. I only have so many times I can hang out with my kids and my wife. Right? Make a decision. Start a YouTube channel. Everyone should have one. Turn the thing on and start talking about experiences you've been through or things that you've learned along the way that help, like thinking better, making decisions. All the things that you've been doing, if you've been around my channel for any length of time, right? Awareness is a huge thing, right? We're all unaware of things. That's why you pay a lot of money to gain knowledge from people, because you're unaware of what they know. Why would people join $1 million mastermind group? Because in an hour, they're going to become aware of things that they are not aware of. That could earn them exponentially 10x that, right? Because time is way more valuable to these people than money. They want the shortcut. They want to be able to hang out with their family and not be mowing the lawn and washing the cars. Right? There's nothing wrong with doing any of that if you love doing that. But if you don't love doing that, who wants to waste 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a week when you could be creating something or hanging out with your family, right? So you make a committed decision. You're not making choices, right? Mow the lawn or not mow the lawn, right? That's a choice. Committed decision is, I'm going to pay someone else to mow my lawn. Even if I don't have the money right now, I'll figure it out, right? And then we have to quit attaching hard. This is going to be hard. Right? There's only a couple things I've found with money that most people are hung up on. One is you don't believe you deserve it. And two is you don't think it's godly. You think for some reason, because we've been programmed, it's evil to be the rich guy or to have more than you should or be comfortable or live in the house that you really want to live in or drive the car that you really want to drive. That's why you have to make a committed decision. I'm going to make X amount. Right? If money is something that you're struggling with, you have to make a committed decision to change that. If relationships are an issue, you have to make a committed decision to change it. It's just an awareness. If you're in a bad relationship and you keep getting in a bad relationship, you are unaware of how to have a meaningful relationship. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. You're unaware. You can get online and find someone that can fix you in 15 minutes, right? It might be extremely expensive, but I'm telling you, this is how people operate. That is the wonderful thing about the internet. There is a book or 100 books written that will change your life. And there are lots and lots and lots of people that have gathered lots of information to help you specifically with whatever it is you're trying to do, right? My mentor used to always say, people don't make $50,000 a year because they want to make $50,000 a year. They make $50,000 a year because they're unaware of how to make $50,000 a month. That is so true. You're just unaware of how to have your money make more money, right? Because you've been programmed to be in a job where you work 8 hours and then you don't get paid the rest of the day, right? You're always going to be chasing it as an employee. I'm sorry. You're never going to be truly free. I don't believe. Now, you could become really good at investing, and if you have a hobby and you want to work somewhere because you love that hobby, that's different. That's success. You're doing what you love doing, but you have income coming in to live the kind of life you really want to live. So please look at decision and choice this week, really this month, the end of this month into September. Really start giving this a lot of emphasis. Now that you have some understanding, right? Your awareness has grown. If you've been listening to me, your awareness is above most people. If you've been listening to me for 4 to 6 months, you're in the top 5% as far as awareness goes on what's the truth and what's really going on and how to change your life. You might not have made a committed decision and started taking those actions, but you have the information. But for some reason, you think I can do something you can't do. That's just not true. If I can get on here and tell you what I'm telling you, you can read 6 books, get a mentor, study for a couple of years, and start doing the exact same thing I'm doing and helping people. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, I'm just excited because we have a lot of things that me and Blake are doing, and I really want to get you guys into the day trading with him. I just haven't figured out a legal way to really do it cheaply. So, I don't want, to bombard you guys with a big cost of something. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do it where it's extremely cheap. But I just give him money. He makes me money. I pay him to make me money, right? If you're going to go get a loan and the bank's going to loan it to you for 5% or 10%, and you can make 20% on the money, quit fixating on the interest rate. If you can double that, triple that, who cares what you're paying the bank? Let their money make you more money. Guys, it's a game. You gotta start figuring this stuff out, right? And then it becomes a game and it's fun. So, thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.